G's, 4G's, yeah. 4G's, 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 let's go. 4G's, 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 look. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. 4G's, 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 yeah. 4G's, 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 let's go. 4G's, 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 look. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. We got Shot, Dot, Malcolm, Chris the King, plus the Doc. You know that's like 4G's. Sports Mind. Real world, real problems, real news, real sports. We gon' let you know right here on 4G's. 4G's.
Welcome to another episode of 4G Sports. And of course, you know the spiel. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the notification button. Because pretty soon, those three things will be very important. We'll explain that later on, but just make sure you do that, all right? This episode is brought to you by My Cozy Creations and Daphne Cozy. So for all those, we wanted to tell you, hope you had a happy Easter, happy resurrection, all that good stuff, all right? So let's get right into it. We got a lot to do. I'm the OG.
I am the king.
You know what it is. You got the Doc.
Yes, sir, Doc. And before we get into your trivia corner, and as you see, we do have Coach T sitting here. We'll get to him in a second. You kind of probably go, you know what? That background looks, yes. We'll explain all that in a second.
Little familiar? Little familiar?
It looks real familiar, don't it? We'll explain that one in a second. Coach T, how you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm good. What's up, guy? What's up, King? What's up, Doc? What's up, OG? Thanks for having me, man. Looking forward to kicking it with you guys today.
Yes, sir. Well, since you are the guest, we're gonna start with you.
Okay.
What is your mid-season NBA prediction for your squad or anybody? Let's just go ahead and start it out.
Let's get to it, man. Right now, those Nets are looking really good, man. I gotta say, I gotta ride with them. If they can stay healthy, they're gonna be a one hard team to beat coming out the East. I don't see a lot of teams that's gonna have that firepower as them. Now, on the other hand, if they can't gel or get it together when my man come back, it's a couple other teams that might can try them when they get some stops. Because offense will sell tickets, but defense will win championships. So if somebody can find a way to lock them down and stop them, that three-headed monster, they might have a chance coming out of there. But on the other side, I'm going to have to ride with that Showtime. I know you probably like that. I'm going to have to ride with that Showtime. I don't see anybody else. To me, they got younger, they got more athletic, and they got deeper on the bench. So I don't see anyone really stopping the Lakers right now, unless, like I said, barring any injuries. I think it's going to be the next Lakers Showtime seven game series, and I'm giving the Knicks the edge, just a little edge over them right now.
Okay. I like the way you broke that down. Well, we know. Let's just go with the Doc because you know he's gonna say something outlandish because he doesn't like the Lakers anyway. So, Doc, what's your predictions?
Listen, first of all, if I have to hear any more about the daggone Lake Show, I tell you what, there's two teams in the league right now in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. And it's going to take all of that to be anywhere near the last two teams in the league. Now, having said that, one of those teams is my Phoenix Suns, and I don't think they're going to the finals yet. And the reason I don't think so is because when it comes playoff basketball time, even if they make it to see somebody like the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, Anthony Davis is going to beat up on DeAndre Ayton, and that's what it would come down to. Is down in the block, the big man going to town. Because I think Book, we all know, is Book at this point. He's going to get his buckets. He's a bucket machine. Chris Paul is the point guard for a reason. I mean, look at the team's turned around a lot. Obviously, as a Suns fan and dealing with the hell we've gone through the last 10 years, I'm just excited they're even in the running. So I'll say prediction-wise, at the beginning of the season, I said there'll be a 4 or 5 seed. I still maintain that. I'd say top three is probably going to be the best there. It's going to be likely the Lakers going to the finals from the West again. Depending on what goes down with Joel Embiid over there in the East, we know a little while back he tweaked his knee a little bit there. We'll see what happens with that. But I think that's going to cut that particular conference is going to come down to the Sixers and Nets. Nets are looking good. You know, Coach T said it. I mean, if they do figure out a way to gel, they're a problem. But we also said at the beginning of the season that none of them cats play defense worth a lick. Right. And they just added a 4 that don't play any defense either. So I don't know what we're doing with that. It's going to be interesting to see that one. I'm actually taking Philly out of the East if Embiid is fully healthy. So I'm taking Philly versus LA. And I'm going to have to go LA.
All right. King.
You know, we ain't going to talk about the West. That's all LA all day. But I'll say this. The Suns do look good, though. I have to admit the Suns do look good. And then I think they're one piece away from giving the Lakers and the Utahs and the Portlands a good run for their money. They
that
get
piece is a big.
Right, they get that intricate piece, and they're going to be something to deal with. Now, in the East, who cares about the East, man? Like I always say, who cares? Who cares? But, oh my God, yeah, I'm not a fan of super teams. That Brooklyn non-defense team, that's crazy, bro. Those guys played no defense. No defense. None of them. Who are they going to stop? They can't stop. They can score, don't get me wrong. But if you can't stop nobody in basketball, you're going to get beat. Period. Now, can you beat them 4 out of 7 games? That's going to be the test.
That's the question. Yeah.
That's going to be the true test. Because they can't put up numbers, but I don't think they can stop anybody. Personally, I call Blake Griffin because he can't play a full season.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. I didn't understand that piece to that puzzle. I probably would have got a Drummond instead. At least he plays decent defense.
They're still trying to get him.
Are there enough basketballs in Brooklyn for all them all-stars out there, man?
But Drummond, that's the thing, though. Drummond don't need the ball. That dude's a taller version of Rodman.
Well, okay. Well, that'd be a nice piece. I mean, the Nets are going to come out of the East. But like I said, all roads go through L.A., period. Period. Not the Clippers.
Not the Clippers. Well, I mean, the East is kind of interesting because for the longest, what they got, maybe 2-3 teams over 500. Brooklyn, like you said, I don't know if there's enough basketballs, who's going to stop who, but if you get them in the playoff series and coaches have time to dissect and learn how to stop Brooklyn, I don't think Brooklyn can get out the East if the right team plays them, like a Philly, even a Boston if they're hitting on all cylinders, or Miami if they get their stuff together. But, you know, but I do see, I think the 2 top dogs, and I hate to say this, but Milwaukee's not nowhere in the top 2. I think it's going to come down to Philly and Brooklyn, and it just depends on who wants it more. Out the West, I think this is the most competitive the West has been. And even if we go the 3rd seed or the 4th seed, LA's still going to take it. We don't need home court advantage to win. There's really not going to be any home court anyway, just like the bubble. So, you know, I'm going to go with the Lake Show, and I want Brooklyn there. Really, I want Boston so we can get number 18 on Boston. But
That's rude.
yeah, it is rude.
Rub it in.
But-
Rub it in.
But
Greedy,
to,
just greedy as hell, man. God
But
dang.
but to get 17 on a loaded, put together squad, I think would be a whole lot better. So Lakers and Brooklyn, I say Lakers in 7.
Hey, you're right though. The West is loaded. I mean, if you look at the West from 1 to 8, it's only separated by 8 games.
Right.
I mean, it really could go any direction. And the Lakers are actually, you talked about home court advantage. The Lakers are actually better on the road this year than they are at home.
Right.
They're used to that rockin' Staples Center, and because of a pandemic, that's just not happening. And Cali's pretty much still on shutdown. So their road games, because Lakers fans are nationwide. I mean, we all know that.
Our road games are home games.
Y'all don't stop. And they get a home game sometimes at some of these locations. I've been to these Suns games where most of the arena is Lakers, and it's first off, it's annoying as hell. Let me tell you that.
Hey, when you the best, baby, you the best. You can't help that.
Man, good.
Before we go to your trivia corner, Doc, I just want to ask
All right.
one question, and just tell me yes or no. Should the NBA just go with the top 16 teams for the playoffs, regardless of conferences, go by record?
You asking me?
All 3 of you guys.
I'll go last. Go ahead.
Well, I would like this. I'm traditionalist, I guess. I like the old school basketball, but it's good to mix it up. I'm with that top 16 team seeds or whatever and try something. I mean, it works for March Madness, and I think it'll bring some flavor back in the NBA, some excitement back in it. Because, hey, my thing is, let's throw them all into the 16 and see who's gonna come out on top. Because the West, man, I think sometimes they get cheated because you got to win during this 60-some games to make the playoffs almost just to get in from the West. East, you win 30 almost, and you in.
Top seed almost. At least you're the top 3 in the East.
Yeah.
Let's at least try it once or twice and just see what happens. I think it'll bring back a lot of excitement.
All right.
I like the idea. Change is good. That'd be a good change. Top 16. Mix it up a little bit. Like I said, you won't have teams tanking as much to get that first draft pick.
Yeah, that's true.
And everybody will have to ball out. Period. Getting that top 16. So I would agree with that. That'd be kind of dope.
Oh, here come the Suns fan.
I wanted to say something.
Go ahead.
I wanted to know why not one of us picked the Jazz. Did y'all notice that? The Jazz has the best record in the West. They're like 28-9, and not one of us believe in the Jazz. Is it? What's that y'all think? Nobody have faith in it.
I like jazz.
Music.
No, not the musical genre, Doc.
Oh.
But you know what? Before Doc answers that question, Coach T, it's just like, and I know LeBron was joking when they were picking for the All-Star game, but when you got on 2K,
he wasn't wrong.
Who rushed to go play for Utah?
Nah, he wasn't wrong.
You had
No.
And even if you go back when they had Stockton and Malone, and who rushed to go play with the Jazz? Nobody.
No.
Like I'd rather go play with Washington than play with the Jazz.
Right.
And I guess it's because what is there to do in Utah?
Be Mormon.
So I think that's what it is, because Utah's never really been a place that people was like, you know what, I'm going to Utah.
It's not the hot spot.
It's not.
They get no love. They get no love, no respect.
No.
They get nothing.
You better love the cold, first of all. Seriously.
But go ahead, Doc.
I don't like it. I'm a traditionalist. I don't like it. Yeah, I like East versus West, man. That's what I like. I like West Coast versus East Coast, Biggie versus Pac, all of it. Just give me all the East West, and that's what I want to see. That's how it's been. That's what I like. Now I'm saying that as a Suns fan because last year, had they done top 16, the Suns actually would have made it. But to me, hey, you're in the tough conference, so be better. I don't want to hear about how the West is just so much tougher. Whatever. I mean, you don't like it, beat them. Like Cam used to say with all his dancing, you don't like it, stop me. You want to make the playoffs, win more games. And I don't care how tough that conference is, because you're all going to beat up on each other anyway. So I prefer personally to stay with the top 8 in each conference. I like there was do you know who Shane Doan is, the hockey player?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he had an interesting concept about the tanking that King brought up and doing it similar to hockey, that once you are officially like mathematically eliminated from playoff contention, every win you get from that point forward gave you points towards the lottery. Instead of just tanking to get the most points for the most losses to keep it competitive, you just continue getting points for your wins towards the lottery after you're mathematically eliminated from playoff contention. I think that's a better way to continue the competitive spirit of the sport, but also maintaining with some of the more traditional formats.
Now that's a very great aim. That makes sense.
I stole that. I can't even take credit for that, though.
But even whoever came up with it, that is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Because
I wish they would adopt it.
You're right, because you're definitely making people have to play.
Yep.
Instead of just showing up getting a check.
Yeah, because you're trying to get that top pick, but now you have to win to have better odds to get the top pick once you're out.
Right. I think that's very good. All right. Guess what time it is?
Is it trivia time?
Yes, it is.
All right. Doc's Trivia Corner. So, as usual, I know. Hey, we need to get some theme music for this.
We gotta get some theme music. How should we say?
Tell Vash, get on that.
All right, hey, Doc, hold on. Let me say it. Now it's time for Doc's Trivia Corner, like Fan Day. I forgot King wasn't there for that. Oh, never mind. Go ahead, Doc.
He don't know.
All
right. So, as usual, the first question was from last week. So, if you all know the answer, go ahead and shout it out to me, because that's last week's question. It's already been answered. We do have a winner.
Okay.
Who was the most decorated Olympian of all time? Anybody
Carl
know?
Lewis.
No, wrong.
Oh.
King. Nah, you look confused. Coach Steve. No. It is none other.
Carl Lewis, I don't know.
It is none other than Michael Phelps.
Oh, the swimming cat.
The swimmer. And he set that record it was like, was it 2 Olympics ago, I think, when he just torched the entire competition. That dude had so many golds on his neck, he needed a wheelbarrow to get out of that place.
Oh.
So he is the all-time most decorated Olympian.
All right.
Our winner is Say What You Feel Dre. Say What You Feel Dre.
All right.
Okay.
Now
that's a winner.
That's a hell of a name.
That's a hell of a name.
That's his full name?
That's his full name. That's his full one. That reminds me of that kid. You saw that kid, I think in Atlanta, the coldest to ever do it. You ever seen him?
Yes.
That's his name. His first name's Coldest. His middle name's To Ever Do It.
Last name, Do It.
Coldest to ever do it.
He better be good at whatever he does.
He better be great.
He is pretty cold. He is pretty cold. All right. So the next question, please don't answer, because this one has the ability to be answered correctly in our live chat during the premiere.
All right.
Who did the Philadelphia 76ers draft with the last pick of the 1983 NBA draft? Is it A, Dominique Wilkins, B, a 49-year-old pharmacist, C, Ralph Sampson, or D, Clyde Drexler? I know, it's ridiculous. Answer this correctly during our live premiere.
Oh
always-
my God.
As always, play Doc's Trivia Corner on our social media accounts. OG, back to you.
Oh man. All right. So for all those that's trying to figure out, why does Coach T's background look familiar? Could it be that we had an episode with MJ, his oldest son? We had another interview with his younger son. And now we have the dad, Coach T. Hey, welcome back to the show, Coach.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you. I'm having a ball with you guys. Thank you very much.
So before we get into what we got for you, because we're going to drill you.
I already know. I better be ready for you guys. I already know. OG, Doc, and all you three together today. Oh my God, I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just give us a brief introduction about yourself, and then we're going to get right into it.
All right. Well, I'm William Trammell, also known as Coach T. I was born and raised in Valley, Lynette, Alabama. Went to Alabama State University, the black and gold right here. Graduated with education major, and I've been doing basketball and coaching ever since then, about 20 years now, down in Griffin, Riverdale, Georgia. I've been teaching in Clayton like 20 years. And I have two boys, which they mentioned earlier. I stopped coaching basketball with high schools to help coach them, bring them up. Now they're in high school, and I'll probably go back once they're done. And that's pretty much it.
Now, before we get to the questions, what did you say about that shirt you have on?
Oh yeah, the one and only, the only black and gold in America, ladies and gentlemen. Alabama State. That's right. It's all HBCU love, but I got to represent the ASU.
That's all I wanted. Let's go. All right, King, man. Let's kick it off. Kick it off for us, King.
All right. First question. What can you tell the student athletes of this era the importance of an education?
Great question. I wanted them to know that education is the key to everything you want to do, man. I mean, it unlocks the doors, your future, the things that you want to do in life. If you got that foundation, if you have that work ethic and you have that education, no one can take anything from you. Like, you can have so much and you can be talented in a lot of other areas. But if you don't have that education, people can take it from you. You can lose it some kind of way. But if you have that education, you can go in an avenue or in the direction you want to go. So you got to put that first. And a lot of student athletes don't understand that that's part of the game. If you can get that locked down, you can do anything you want to, because they can take a scholarship from you if you get hurt. They can take a scholarship from you if you don't want to wear their shoes. They can take a scholarship from you if you decide that you don't want to support whatever they want to support. But if you always can walk away and have a good degree, or have a GPA, say I can go somewhere else, they can never take that from you. And once your playing days are over, or once you got other things you can do, life is all about having options. And that's what the education gives you, options in life. Nobody can put you in a box. So boys and girls, if you're listening, have options. I'm not saying college is for everybody, but education is world round. You got trades, that's an education too. So as long as you got some kind of trade, you got something else, that gives you options. That's all you want in life, and that's the education as well.
Yep.
Boy.
Beautiful.
Boy, I don't know if I felt like a member of his team or one of his sons the way he was just talking to us, boy. But I like it.
That'll get you moving right there.
Boy, that's motivation.
Well, I'm going to give you a chance to be even more of a motivator right now, because one of the common subjects that comes up on this show is HBCUs and promoting them a little more than maybe we see some of those major colleges get. So tell our viewers about the experience you had at a HBCU at Alabama State.
Man, Doc, guys, I'm telling you, I mean, everybody probably love their school, but it's nothing like an HBCU. The family, the camaraderie, it's small. So like at Alabama State, it's 5,000, 6,000 people there sometimes. And you tend to know everybody, or know where they're from, or have some kind of interaction with them. And y'all develop a bond with each other in the education department. wherever, and you go through the struggles. When I first came, I went to college in the 90s. We were using payphones, so we was taking turns on payphone, borrowing quarters from each other, and going into the lunchroom and eating ramen noodles together. Wasn't no cars and cell phones, and everybody didn't have that. So we walked to the store, we walked back, and we helped each other. We was on typewriters and everything. So just getting started using the computer. So it's a special bond at a university like that. You don't have all the resources that a big school have. So we always say, if you can survive at a HBCU, you can survive anywhere. If you can go through that, you can come out in the workforce, and I mean, your work ethic is going to be through the roof. So that's one thing. And the other part of that is, I think that for sports wise or anything else to get to HBCU notoriety, they want to get those athletes. They got to get them on TV some kind of way, because that's what they see on ESPN. They see the Duke, the Kentuckys, the UNLVs, all those schools. They got those big TV deals, big shoe deals. And then when they go to their facilities, man, they traveling like kings. And so, you know, that's hard to compete with when you take your kid to a school and they getting 5-star treatment, everything they do, and you go back and they weight room is not as plushed out like those things. You go to Alabama, I take my boys once a year, and they locker room, they got PlayStation, they got everything you can name. And you go to somebody else's, they don't have all those things. It's hard to compete with. But if we can get the resources to get them boys on TV, and we can get up our facilities up to the par like the other D1 schools, we have a great chance. But it started last year. I know you guys probably paid attention. The number one basketball player in the United States, he decided to go to a HBCU last year. And so hopefully that trend started going that way some. And if we can get more of those players to do that, and we can get them on ESPN, we'll get some athletes.
All right. Well, you kind of answered really my next question.
Yeah, that was perfect.
But I'm gonna kind of expand on that a little bit, and ask you this: do you think what Jackson State is doing with Deion Sanders, other HBCUs should follow, not just in football, but in basketball, even in the classroom, as far as getting more notable people to be on their campus and on their staff?
I agree. I'm gonna tell you why not. It's already trending that way. Let me give you a couple of examples. Okay, we got Deion at Jackson State. Let's go to Alabama State. Y'all know who the coach is for Alabama State right now? Mo Williams. Mo Williams is the coach for Alabama State. That's right.
Wow.
So the third one is you have your boy Lindsey Hunter. Lindsey Hunter is the basketball coach. Then you have another guy that played for the university. He played at Miami. He's a coach right now. I wish I had my phone. I can Google it for you or something. But there's like 5 coaches right now that comes from the professional ranks that are at HBCUs. So with them going there, now a player can come in and say, hey, for Deion, for example, I mean, I can go to D1, but I know Deion to show me everything I need to know. He got all the contacts. If that's the avenue you want to take, if that's your goal, Deion can help get me there. He got other coaches on his staff. So is Lindsey Hunter, Mo Williams. They got all the inside contacts to the next level. So a lot of players will feel like, oh, I can go there. He'll teach me everything I need to know. If I'm worried that they will find me, or he'll make that phone call for me. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing for them. I don't want them to not look at other guys that have been working up the ranks to get there. Hopefully we can find a balance, but I do think it'll give us more notoriety. Look at Jackson State. They already been on like twice on ESPN because of Deion there, just because he's there.
All right. Boy, I'm telling you, motivational speakers next in your future, buddy.
I go to a lot of schools already in the summertime. I do a lot of
oh man, I'm telling you, HBCUs is to hire you, bro. They need to hire you. They need to hire you to sell their schools, because you did great with that one.
Thank you.
All right, as a basketball coach, give us one of your most memorable moments as a basketball coach.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with one that's on a smaller level, but was crazy to me because I coached both of my boys over at Forest Park Rec and Clayton County Rec's recreation department for years. And the 2 years ago, we was on a streak over there, and Christian, his team had won 3 years straight. So we was a 30-plus game, 30-0 over there. At the same time, I was coaching Mike's team. We were had a 2-year streak over there. So it was like 55 games, and we were with both teams. I'm coaching both teams, and my wife, my team mom, and I mean, we was winning championship game. And game was close. I'm like, man, in some kind of way, we wasn't gelling that day. I did everything I could, zone, press. I'm trying everything. And it's hard to beat a team 3 times. And I'm like, man, they got us today. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, what am I going to tell these boys if we lose this game? Because let me back for you, give you a little insight. Over a lot of times in rec, you had to go ahead and order your trophies and your medallions, everything before the season over, because at the end of the game, that's a lot of times we do the banquets right then. Right. So I was up on the task whether I'm going to put 12-0 on that trophy like I did the previous year, and they found out I did it, and some people were mad. We won, but they're like, how could he go ahead and do that? And then we didn't play the championship game. So it was 2 games away from the championship game. I went ahead and did it anyway. Again, I put it on the trophies and I put it on the medallions, and I put 12-0 on there, and I was going to present them at the game. So I was like, hey, I told y'all we was going to win. So the game's coming down to it, and I'm looking up in the crowd, and I'm seeing other moms and dads that's not even against that we're playing against going against us because we beat them early in the season. It's like they wanted us to lose. Everybody was against us, man. I'm talking about they was out the woodwork. Everybody like, yeah, they was happy. They was all motivated. Like, we about to lose. And I'm like, I really got fired up. I'm like, I can't believe this. She cheered against us. Her son not even on the team over there. So I called time. I'm like, man, y'all see this? Everybody's against us. So we go back out. Long story short, Christian's at the free throw line. We're down 1. It's like 8 seconds left in the game. And Christian goes up to shoot the shot. He missed the free throw, but the guy in front of him, I also referee basketball. The guy before him clapped his hand. And you guys follow sports. You cannot clap your hand at the free throw line in front of the guy that's shooting. So the referee in front of him up on the goal, he did not call it. So I argued to the other guy. He asked in the back referee. He said that he asked the other referee that happened. He said yes. He gave Christian another shot. Christian missed the shot again. This time he missed the shot, but Christian ran. When the guy got the rebound, Christian ran up to him and grabbed the ball, ripped it out of his hand. At the buzzer, he threw it off the glass and hit the shot. When he hit that shot, guys, I promise you, I felt like I had hit the lottery. I'm gonna have to send you guys the video because I ran all through the crowd. I grabbed him. He had his shirt popping his collar, and I had him. I was so happy. It's like I had hit the lottery. I wanted to win so bad for those kids because I just completed all those people in the whole gym that turned against us. And so I was so happy, man. That moment to me, that was our last time playing rec. That was one of the greatest moments to me playing that. And I told him after the game, that show you like I had to go listen to my own thoughts sometimes that never give up and just keep working. Because I was about ready to give up and start preparing my we lost speech. But Christian saved the day. And I watch that video all the time. I jumped around like a little kid. I had won $1 million on the lottery. So that would be the moment for me, probably.
Oh my God, boy!
You kind of felt like Coach V in the NCAA.
Right. And they won that championship. Exactly. I grabbed Christian. I was holding him, and he was popping his collar. And I was looking at those moms and dads like, yeah, we still won. So yeah,
I tell you what,
I'm to you guys.
Hey King, that story sounds oddly familiar, doesn't it, King?
Well, yeah, a little bit.
that was like our rec squad going many years undefeated in championships, and people coming out, not even having kids on the teams coming to root against. So
you know it. You know how.
Oh yeah.
You know that feeling.
We felt all that.
Yeah, we have a similar moment, Doc, that Doc and I shared. We had 2 different rec teams at one time, and they both went undefeated, and they both had championships on the same day.
Wow.
And we won both championships on the same day. And
that's amazing.
Which and all those guys, they all practice together. They all hang out. They all play football together. But to win 2 championships in the same day was probably like it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was dope.
I already know. It's a great feeling. Unbelievable feeling.
So within that feeling, how do you balance like coach and dad?
Oh man, that's a good question. Sometimes it gets a little hard because I'm constantly talking to them, coaching them up when we watching games. I go to their games. I'm not a holla. I'm sort of motivational type coach. Every coach got a different style. So, but when I leave, sometimes I find myself critiquing them and talking to them. But now I've learned to sort of balance it. I've let them come to me with it. because I'm always in coach mode to realize that, hey, let me be daddy sometime and let them explain to me, not say, hey, boy, you didn't box out. You didn't go be aggressive today. You didn't do this.
Yeah.
And then, I know every game can't be perfect, but sometimes you guys know how to get dads. You like, hey, man, I need you to do this, that, and the third. So sometimes I sit back, but I have a different system now. You may try it with y'all kids. I text them a lot. During the game, I text them what they did wrong and what they did right. I try to do like the sandwich effect where you give them a little positive, give them a little negative, then you give them what they need to, some more positive at the end. So I text them instead of me going on and on after the game, because I remember coaching varsity down in Griffin. I used to do the same thing. I used to tell parents, please don't talk to me after the game. They come to me right at the game, talk to me about why I didn't call timeout, why I didn't do that. So I try to do the same thing with them. And then sometimes at home, I try to just be dad, not talk so much about basketball unless they want to talk about it. I try to, we'll watch a game, but I don't compare them to players. So we're big Alabama fans over here. So we watch a lot of Alabama football and basketball, and I don't try to compare them to. So I try to balance like that.
Okay. Well, I think this next question might be just for you. Because the question was going to be, was it hard for your sons to know the difference between dad and coach? But is it hard for the dad to know the difference between dad and coach?
I know, right? I know. So I think they do. At practice, they know we're practicing is dad, because I don't want to hear no excuses. Because one thing no one can ever accuse me of, I promise you guys, of playing daddy ball. I don't play that. If my son is sticking up the joint, guess what? He's sitting down too. And anybody watching, they'll tell you, Coach T, he pretty fair. His son messed up. He turned the ball over. He's sitting down. And so they'll know, like, hey, this coach talking right here. You sitting down right now. Get your mind right. You sit on down. Let me put somebody else in there. Because yeah, I guess they understand. It's coach when we win the games, and at home when we doing other things, it could be daddy then and we talking to me. But don't give me them excuses, because I tell them the best excuse is no excuse. I don't want to hear what happened. Don't think I'm not going to get on you like I do everybody else. So they know then it's coach mode.
Okay. All right. Does anybody else have anything for Coach T before we get out of here?
No, I'm kind of excited about off topic for this one though.
Oh.
Oh, I know how you guys do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, King. Just one of the two. So which one you gonna give him?
I can't give them both?
Nah, we gotta give him one of the two.
Okay, I'll do the second one. Okay. Which Kobe was better, number 8 or number 24, and why?
I knew you was gonna do that, Doc. I knew you was gonna hit me with that one, man. Kobe is my boy. Kobe, I got nothing but crazy love for Kobe. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm gonna have to go with 8, man. Kobe nasty at 8. I love the nasty Kobe. When I say nasty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about I got that dog. I'm gonna rip your throat out. He had that whole mentality, that Kobe, that Mamba mentality through but that early years, it's like I'm winning at all costs. I'll elbow you in your eye to get the ball from you if I got to. And I think
Yes.
I think the 24, he was more versatile and everything, but he had to soften up a little bit. He take players, put them on his arm. But on that number 8, it's like, hey man, I don't care if we beat y'all 99-0. I'm still about to come dunk in your face. So I like that 8. That 8 is, hey, I'm competitive, man. So I like that about players. I teach y'all, I want that dog and come out of you. So I like that nastiness about him being.
All right, now
I can agree with that.
One quick one. You like the 8 ball-headed or 8 with the mini afro?
Oh yeah, that 8 ball-headed, man. That 8 ball. That mini afro was playing. That ball-headed one. That add to that grit to it. Like yeah, that's that throw it up the shack, and I'm going down the court, and everybody can't stop us.
Can't do nothing. All right, I just want to throw that little tidbit in there because there's 2 versions of 8.
Oh yeah,
that I think everybody forgets about. That baby afro 8 was a monster too. I think that baby afro was a problem.
Oh, yeah. He was.
All right, King.
Coach T, we want to thank you for coming on the show today. Salute to you and your boys. Your boys are absolutely wonderful young men. Stay on them, because the world needs us dads to stay on our kids and lead them in the right direction. Please come back to the show. We want to thank you, everyone, for subscribing to 4G Sports.
Oh, thank you guys for having me, man. It's been a blast. I had a great time. I want you guys to keep doing what you're doing. Before I even came on the show, I was watching and you guys cracked me up. Y'all got another business in comedy if y'all want to, because hey, that show is great. I'm telling you right now, y'all cracked me up, man. Y'all have great chemistry together. So those people out there that follow me, I'm gonna make sure I wear your mask all the time. I gotta get everyone needs to come out and listen to you guys. When y'all go somewhere live, please let me and my boys know. We want to come support you guys. So everybody who's out there, please check out the show. This show is great.
Man, we appreciate it. Thank
you for that. Yeah.
No problem, man.
Hey, nothing like a plug when it's, coming from the people close to you, man. So
right.
Appreciate that, and we'll keep doing what we do. We love it. Bunch of clowns, I guess we are, but we love sports and we love our people. So
yeah. I already know.
So, with that being said, this episode was brought to you by My Cozy Creations, Ms. Daphne Cozy. Go check it out. You gotta check the website, get all the material and face masks and shirts and whatever. Go get this. Go get the gear. The next episode will be episode 48. Can y'all believe that, man? 48. We're on episode 48 coming up, man.
Wow.
It's a special time. It's gonna be with basketball player Shaquanda Miller-McRae. So that's gonna be a fun one. We all know how we love hooping. So go check us out, man. OG to you.
Yes, sir. Hey, McRae. Isn't that from Love It? Never mind. I'll leave that alone.
It was. Yeah, man.
Wasn't that from Love It Basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping.
Yeah. Hyphenated like that too.
Right. All right. But like Doc said, you can go check out our acts. If you want 24-hour access to the show, guess where you can get it? 4gsports.com. All right? 4G Sports. The last S in sports is a Z. Not the first one, but the last. All right? And also, download this app. All right? It's very important. Life After Sports on iOS and Google Play. Okay? So, with that being said, it's another episode down, gentlemen. Coach T, thank you very, very much. And tell Christian that's 13, that sounds like he's 36. We said hello. And tell him, and when you put them one-on-one, I'll put my money on Christian, so let me know so I can come over and collect.
I will, and his brother listened to that show. He listened to that episode, so they've been already playing on when they playing each other. So I got you guys. You guys
let me know because I want to do the drive-by and just do the video shoot. Say, he lost.
Exactly.
Keep going.
Exactly.
All right, then.
Thank you guys, man. Y'all
yes,
stay
sir.
Take it easy.
Yes, sir. 4Gs. We out.